not art. So just because it's not my standard or your standard does not mean it's not art. It does not mean it's not beautiful. It does not mean that it holds a purpose. And our perception simply just tells a lot about us. Clock that tea. Oh, my microphone. Just kidding. What's happening? It's Jasiah, and it's raining beyond this umbrella fort that I've made for myself. Actually, it's not raining. Testing the rain. Hold on. It's not raining, so I can get this out of the way. That's nice. Thank you for serving your purpose, umbrella. Let's talk about it. Come on. Let's acknowledge it. The big elephant in the room. Stop avoiding change. Change? The lisp is showing, isn't it? Stop avoiding change. I'm gonna look at you when I say this. I'm gonna look at you real good. Listen. The only resistance you will ever meet when it comes to change is the avoidance of it. You will only ever meet resistance when it comes to changing anything and everything when you're trying to avoid it and not just go straight through it and figure it out when you're going straight through it. Also, excuse the beanie. I don't know. I was adventuring, didn't really look at the camera. You know, I said it. Just excuse my beanie. Mwah. Therefore, don't try to resist the change. Go with it and allow yourself the gift to see who you become after you go through what's calling you to essentially make that change. And then, newsflash, let me tell you something. Ooh! Did you see that malfunction, that little glitch in my system right there? Confirmation. You didn't hear? The only permanent factor that will follow you until you die, until your expiration date, is change. Whoa. So, I mean, you might as well get comfortable going through it, right? It's easier said than done, truly. Child. But it's knowing that resilience to change is adaptable and is like a mold that fits not all, because every situation will be different. But when you have contents of your character, when you have this sense of self, this essence within you and your capabilities, and basically you have a divine confidence within who you are. Divine confidence, not just confidence in self, but confidence in that of which is the source, that of which is the higher power, that of which is the embodiment of creation. That ain't nothing stopping you, because change is inevitable. To say change is not inevitable is like to say that, like, excuse me, confirmation, the sun won't come up tomorrow. Now, if you're from Alaska and it takes like a couple of days, months, whatever, for the sun to come back up, not too much. But the point is the sun will come, right? Another day will always come, right? So, in that, you can't expect the same day to happen over and over again. Yes, you may have like a routine, but change something, anything, big, small, whatever. Small ones that equate to something big you don't realize yet, something like that. Like, change is the only permanent factor that will always play a part within your life. And not even a factor, because there's not essentially just factors that make up your life. Because there are factors that make up your life. But, hold on. These factors are your self-concept. Whoa. The factors that make up your life are the factors of your self-concept. Who you truly see yourself as and who you are embodying is exactly what the factors of your life will be built upon. So the factors of my life are love. That's just a factor of my life. Just love. A factor of my life, curiosity. That's just who I am. Just a curious motherfucker. What's up? You know what I mean? Yeah. Just resilient, you know? But anyways, affirmation. You are, I am curious, open to learning. And if curiosity killed the cat, at least the cat lived for something. Curiosity killed me, at least I lived for something. I don't know. Because when you think of it, can you imagine the first person who made a coloring book, decided to color in the lines, and then somebody colored out the lines and how that felt? You're a horrible person. Trash. Disgusting. Why would you do what defeated the purpose of the coloring book? You colored out the lines. No. Tell you chat, let me cook. Just because it's not up to your standard, not up to my standard, not up to anyone's standard, and we may not understand it to its grandinuity, I say that's a word, does not mean the size and the space that one invokes is not a factor in its income, but instead a byproduct. Does not mean it's, I want to say that's a word, does not mean it's not art. So just because it's not my standard or your standard does not mean it's not art. It does not mean it's not beautiful. It does not mean that it holds a purpose. And our perception simply just tells a lot about us. Clock that T. Any perception you have on anything says so much about the contents of your character. What you say means so much. That's why people who live unintentionally, unconsciously, subconsciously, in certain modes in their life, you can see it, you can feel it, you feel me? The contents of their character have just became that senselessness. That silent cry for help of repetitive drought within self energy. The lack of preserving their life essence and youth. The youth has the key to everything because the youth is your true essence. The most innocent one before it became familiarized with the world and allowed the world to change them. Because the young you, that's your original you. That's the one who didn't allow the world to change them. So that's why that one got the key. And that's why, I'm not gonna say my federal legal name, but basically, that baby, that version of me, that little kid, that younger inner child version of me lives with me in every moment. I don't want to see, I don't care. I can't leave a blunt in the lights. It just feels wrong. I can't leave anything. I just feel wrong. Like, I dropped a napkin, a piece of paper, I have to pick it up. I just don't care. This is not my habitat. I'm sorry. I really do feel intrusive, truly, sometimes. When I'm out here, even if it's like, you feel me? I know it's been stomping grounds for the tourists. If they find their way here. But let me show you. Yeah, that was lovely. How are we feeling? How are you feeling? Check in, because you deserve to check in with yourself every day, which is what I need to do. But essentially, these videos help me check in, which is why they are self-tapes of reflection. You knew what it was. This was a setup. I put the umbrella contraption up on these branches. It looks like a spider fest, but it's beautiful. And this is where I was talking, and you know what it is. I truly do hope when you are living life, you're living life to not just the fullest, but to your best potential, and to not the state ranger right there. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to go and leave now because there's a state ranger, but love yourself and love where you're going, because you deserve a life that you love for you. Mwah. Later, chat.